Election primaries are the ways and measures with which politicians are being elected into office. Um, there is no general election without primaries, and primaries are as important as the general election because it sets the precedence of who the people will be voting in the final day of the election. And there are two different types of primaries. There are indirect primaries and direct primaries. Um, whether and whatever style the party and political party adopts, it's all dependent on their peculiarities and what they seek to achieve at the end of the day. So on today's conversation with us at Your Good TV, we are going to be discussing the recently conducted APC primaries and the roadmap to 2027 election. There are so many conversations around these issues. People have been saying a lot of things, and we cannot make sense of these things if we do not have people discuss about this. So we have in our midst today Mr. Tony Ebigwai, who is fondly known as MC the People due to his People's Mandate. He is a social advocate, a core Nigerian, and an Africanist to the core. He embodies the true patriotism that Nigerians seek and embody every other time, whether home or in abroad. So today's conversation make me welcome Mr. Tony Ebigwai, MC the People. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, my brother. It's a long profile where you carry give me, so I can't fear. But all the same, thank you, because the quest for this our new Nigeria, now everybody walk, and the matter not be once and for all. It's once and again we go dey push until God help us. So thank you for the
Yes.
platform when you give me, and everyone where they listen. When I know verse, so this one are my style, and I'm pidgin now they speak. Because now this one make me the real Nigeria where I be. This Boroboro language don't tire me. Right. So with this opportunity, maybe as the show they go on, we will also they talk our mind as it be. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I forgot to mention that our guest is fondly called MC the People, and he speaks the people's language, which is the Pidgin Nigerian Pidgin English. By the way, Nigerian Pidgin English is one of the most spoken language, one among the most top 5 languages spoken globally today. This is to say that regardless of where the language is spoken, somebody somewhere understands what they are saying and what language that is. So I believe our guests will not have any issue with the language, and I believe that they will rather enjoy the session further better with your chosen form of communication. So quickly, let's go into the issue. We saw in the news about a few days ago about the primaries. Some people say it's kangaroo primaries, where the counting formula was changed now very before. We saw people counting from 1 to 10, and then 1,000, 2,000, the next thing 1 million. In a political party like APC, we had the presidential candidate having a total of over 10 million votes. And we begin to wonder, what is the way forward for Nigerians? What do we make out of this particular process? So MC the People, my first pose to you is, when you heard about that particular primary, when you saw the primary, the videos making the rounds, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
They make it not be like say person just start with anger, with verse, But I mean, 2026 now what they talk about, so 2026. All this thing we will see for that the primary election when they do so. Just date time back to maybe First Republic or the Second Republic kind of election when they did do. Nothing when they different from waiting the whole world see what happen for that primaries. Like you say, shenanigans. I don't know how people really they proud to they do things when they do. I mean, for Nigeria now, they don't make shame, don't comot for their life. Integrity is now something where you go just talk for your mouth. That one concern you. A ruling party, for that matter, in quotes, just they lead the country anyhow when they just like. How you want to describe that one? In this time and age where social media they everywhere, anything where you do in this time and age, now you go to see all those kind of things. Now let's now make we now leave and say the people when they feel when do let's okay the common arithmetic they not sabi am. Where the institutions when suppose say this kind thing so it not work, we not fit continue like this. For instance, the INEC. Why we go see things like this? I don't want verse too much because coming from where we come from, if we look like election of 2023, where the hope of people were raised, and everybody say, okay, oh, and we see what happen. My own question is why the institutions, when they responsible to give people hope, they always accept results like this. Now, una don't come out to tell us, say, una president, na 10 million votes he get. With all those things where we see, and una say accept am. So, now those things, so they give me concern. And people will see they shout, Mr. President. For me, oh, I never feel address that man as the president of my president because the process when bring am na fraud. Even till now again, they see they do the fraud. Waiting be the legacy when these people really they keep for the people when they come. I thank God say we did they see all these things where they happen. Because I don't know what they want really they talk. Time will soon come now, they go they form elder statesmen. They go they form how they take work for Nigeria. With all this back to back to back to back, I mean, there is a shameful attitude that no fit just talk. 150, 50, 100, 500, and you are counting it, and the institutions are accepting it. Abba, waiting they happen.
Okay, thank you so much. It is disgraceful in in one statement. It is disgraceful. So, but going into the 2027 general election, do you think that this is a dry run to what will happen in the general election?
It not dey far-fetched, my brother. It not dey far-fetched because me, I be think say after wetin happen for 2023, say for just be an eye opener to fit begin to do things right. Now, make I just drift small. After 2023, we say okay, the quote, the judiciary say law not back. May we get transmission of live transmission of result and all the gbogbo titi go where they talk when made them declare this other person president. Now, if we really mean to have this better Nigeria, that one's supposed to be our number one priority. Because I'm not interested in all this, the award road, they do this. That one it's not my concern. My concern now the process when go fit give us better correct leaders. Until that process we fit get them. All this one when they do, I use that word again, shenanigans. Until that process, you see that process is the core thing. If we not get them right, so it's heartbreaking even that the so-called institution wey for fit help the country get them right, just be like an extension of the executive. Things when they for do to fit help us. Now, how do you really? You dey talk of vote. You dey talk of 2027 now. What is you will all there around the drive for 2023 election? We drive for 2027 election. The major drive for 2027 election now go be hunger. People are just hungry. You give them money now. Unlike 2023, if you see the drive, people just wanted to really see a good leader. They just see somebody say, this is the kind of person we want. So if you compare now 2023 and 2027, the two are two different things. They go to drive people now because they have impoverished the people. Make sure say hunger finish people. So 2027, I go on hand the day. I go on hand. Me, I don't. If you check my post of it, I don't talk and since last week. They don't. They write the result self. Just an act of
Okay,
love. Some of us see they push.
okay, sir. So if they don't derive this result, um, so what can we do from our end to mitigate the handwritings on the wall as we have already seen?
Unfortunately, the thing when people they do, now then they do so. People don't they talk. They go National Assembly. They protest. But you see, say democracy. If you look at, I'm not sure say it fits Nigeria. I'm not sure say that democracy thing really fits us because all the instruments whether they use for democracy, they work for Nigeria. They not respect people' opinion. They not respect. They not send you. They not care. For instance, we are celebrating May 29. If you look all the social, the newspaper, all the now about one person, either the state they praise the governor or the country, their part they praise their president. Just you know, stomach infrastructure politics. What be the real indices now for me and you? The per capita income, how the people they feel, concern these people. So how we want to do one? People are hungry. People hunger they finish people. People I know wetin people they go through. I mean, before even 2023, in fact, since 2015, it's not easy for Nigerians. People come say, okay, 2023 will do something different. They can't say do what they do. Now, if they talk of 2027, as I talk am again, we dey God hand. But it's unfortunately, God not fit come down, come help us. Me, I don't they also they talk. We not fit give up. The journey for better Nigeria beyond 2027. Now, we must participate, we must engage, and we must continue to demobilize, appeal to people's conscience. Say, if you need to give you urgent 2K today, how much be gas? Now, the free cooking gas. How much be fuel? These na people when protest when fuel be 87, 97, Jonathan must go. Now fuel is 1,400 or so. Una they say on your mandate we stand. So you cannot see how far the hunger don't make people, they not feel reason well again. It's so unfortunate.
Okay, thank you, dear. It's so unfortunate, and I believe that everyone who is listening to you, would believe or agree with you that the unfortunate situation we find ourselves, it calls for redemption. But now, speaking about the unfortunate situation, hunger has always been a tool by the politicians when it comes to getting what they want and getting their wishes from the masses. And we have also seen the case of political mobilization ahead of 2027, that is, senators coming back home to carry out some empowerment programs, um, some boys being empowered with vehicles, sewing machines, and other things. We see women tying wrappers and dancing to tunes and singing the praises of politicians. Now, this also speaks to the concept of hunger, as you had mentioned. So, how do we speak to the conscience of these people in such a way that they forego their immediate need of hunger to pander towards the future of, that proverb they say, when you build, kindness is building a tree, knowing that you might not stay long old enough to enjoy the fruit of that tree or to be under the shade of that tree. Now, so how do we pander to the minds and of these individuals to look towards the greater good and forget the immediate pain that they've been going through. Our president has been talking about sacrifice. He said that recently. He said we should make sacrifices for the greater good. How do Nigerians make the real sacrifice without being are we going to become nine sacrifice to make the right sacrifices, or are we just trying to just play with words and try to play on people's psyche?
Okay. You see, my brother, leadership na everything. Water no dey flow from ground, dey go up. If you dey baff now, you know if you dey baff from, say, water wey you pour for your leg, na im go flow go home your head. E not possible. Water dey flow from head go down. That's why e say, even in the scripture, that the oil and Aaron said, it flow down. It's this for a reason. This whole thing, yes, we go dey engage. Oh, that's in fact that's the most important part of it. We go dey engage because everything we do comes by hearing. As we dey talk and so they talk, people go dey hear. People mind go dey the things small. But you no go fit tell people sacrifice. But when una go the other side, una go dey do the opposite. Nigerian kind of policy is about individuals. Go there, squander the people resources, and nothing happen. That nothing happen mindset, now it don't carry us reach where we dey today. How you go fit tell people now, say, this your hunger na just a short time thing, bear am, say anyhow. Make I tell you, if to say we get am right for 2023, just as the people be come out to say yes, enough, to preach the message now, if or not hard. But because of the way the system don't be, again, I still question those people when accept the result of 2023. Because now where the foundation when it is faulty, if you like, me will preach from here reach tomorrow. It nothing change anything. How do we do this thing? It's for leadership to take responsibility and be intentional about this thing. This one not be plenty grammar. By my background as an economist, this thing not be plenty grammar. You need to be intentional about anything you want to do. Check your research. How many companies don't leave Nigeria since these people enter as a government? So these people, when not they work again, where you say they go face? That's why now it's easy to mobilize people because people not they engage, people not they productive. Anything you come, anywhere belly face, they don't go. Make I just give you one of the things they should. When my principal Peter B, they always talk of production. He go be like say, it's not possible, it's not. But we used to be like that. If we get, let's just say, the indigenous companies, they work well, if not be politics. At Jokuta State, for instance, we have Delta State Company. We have Asaba Textile Mill. We have all those textile mills in Kaduna and the northern part. Even your own state, we are all familiar with. You talk of the Obudu Cattle Ranch. You talk about the Tinapa. You talk about all those things when the former governor, that visionary man, come. We say call everything politics. In Nigeria, everything, as long as it's not working well, it's politics. So imagine, say, of the multiplier effect, say all these things really there on ground for Nigeria. You for not the fight to tell person hunger not be waiting. We go don't defeat them. Well, we cannot defeat poverty with just mere talk. Just to talk. Hunger not know your grammar. You not consign them. You not consign them with your political party.
Okay. Thank you so much. So Nigerians have now become Yakubu, and we are now core economists, and we they manage well. However, the product of our management should not become um, our own unbecoming. However, it should be that it leads to significant change in the dynamics of our politics. So, the how do you what do you say now? Given that you thought about keep on mobilizing, keep on talking, there is continuous voter registration as we speak, and not many persons have gone out to get their PVCs or to register to vote. Some persons have moved to different locations, and they also have not taken into consideration to change their location to allow them to vote in that area. What do you say to these individuals, and how 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 interested do you think that Nigerians would be to involve themselves in this process?
Mm. Again, this you see this um the runoff for this 2027 election. I use that word again, God, because you know go blame people again. They are discouraged. People are just, I mean, people they discouraged, my brother. The spirit they low. Wait till you want tell
Okay,
them. Are they come? Are they go somewhere? Now, if now whether people they try to talk, my own little way, I they always advocate. The only way to get this thing done is to not to participate. And you not get any other way. The whole thing, all their optics and propaganda and all the things when they do so, not to discourage you. And when you not vote, if you make them easy for them to manipulate. But how do you now bring up the spirit again? It's hard to now bring up the spirit, the morale, make the morale high again, so that people can now go the extra mile. To say, okay, make I register or make I go get my voter's card. The voter party thing, politicians, they intentional about it. Make people not send. Now, look at the body language of, in quote, the president. Anything when he like, he talk because they believe they know what to do. They go manipulate. They call, and when I see people, they call him the greatest politician just because you know how to manipulate system. So all of these things where you they see so now just to make them easy for them to rig election. So how do we
okay,
get these people to participate? Is what we are doing. So we go they talk. They let them know say if you not put hand, if we're at 1,400 now. With this kind of people, if we enter again 2027, it go be 5,000 oh, and they not send. They go say tell you sacrifice because they are good with propaganda. They good with optics. They know how to manipulate the people. If talk, they intimidate you. They have the police. They have the army. They have okay, Justice Crack because he tell them about the people when they fight war. See the kind food one they give them. Instead, when they go fight that injustice, then they adopt the guy, they arrest him. That one a country where you say people go on push put their head.
okay. Thank you, sir. So, the other time you mentioned that your principal P2B. So, now, given the momentum and the morale of most Nigerians, what would you advise P2B to do to increase it? Because obviously, if you want the change, I'm supposing that you are expecting that P2B eventually wins this election. So, what would you advise P2B to do, or persons like you who are interested in voting out this current administration? What should they do to ensure that they keep hope alive and prepare for 2027?
Yes. Thank you, my brother. This question, I don't tell somebody one day. It's possible. Say P2B fit not win. It's possible based on the circumstances when they're Nigeria. But make I tell you what P2B don't do. P2B don't help us to build another P2B, another P2B, another P2B. Even if it not happen for your own time, it go be like Martin Luther King speech that one day we have a dream that one day this thing will happen. That is my hope. Oh. Even if you not enter 2027, my hope is say this man don't help Nigerians to believe, okay, so for this system, if we get people like this, now waiting the man don't do is a crusader. He don't start the preaching. It be like John the Baptist, the forerunner. So for young people, even among the elites, I hear the former governor of Ekiti State, he say Afayemi also. He said P2B is phenomenal. I not be because of anything. Me as a media person, the why I not even want to participate for the polling, but because of the man when come. By now, EFCC go don't check, ICPC don't check all their kangaroo, anti whatever agency. They go don't look all this, don't look this man. Nothing to hold this man. If you see that kind of person, bros, follow him. So now make people like us, they follow such person. We hope. And if you see since after 2023, this man don't they do the underground work. He don't they mobilize. He don't they left. And anytime he come, you see the hope. You see that, oh God, help us. That feeling, that feeling. You are a president, they kidnap you for it. If I go Benue, you know, if you go see people for Benue State, you stop for capital, they turn them into a political rally. In your reason now because the road not go. You go just as a leader, you go just when I not get light for here, and I need to go back to Lagos or whatever. As a leader, Abba. So all of those things now those antis or optics just to make you not get interest for wetin dem dey do. But we get interest. So people amount many plenty of people be there everywhere, all over the world. Nigeria must get it right.
Okay, thank you so much. Many people be there everywhere. So now I'm speaking to the whole many P2Bs that we have ahead of 2027 election. So what are we going to be doing differently this time? Knowing that in 2023 there were movements to ensure that there are reported cases of rigging. The external bodies that covered the election reported that there was a lot of rigging and there was a lot of manipulation of results. Be aside just coming out to vote, what can people do? What can we as citizens do to protect our votes to ensure that there is no turning over of the results at the collation centers? Is there anything we can do differently?
Well, from the few things we will fit do, starting from register for PVC, collect your PVC, participate for the election process, protect your vote. Election, they're not the winner for social media. Yes, social media get role to play, but if you see in our own case, these people, they don't get regard for all these things where we they propose, they talk, they don't get regard for them. I'm sorry to say, me, I feel the international body too. They should be genuine to help Nigeria. They should be genuine about it because I don't know how they go to accept people like this as their president. As I mean, when they are talking about diplomatic matters, knowing fully well how these people enter as president. I mean, there are international treaty that helps to look at things like what Donald Trump they do. If not be those treaty, you know, those world powers, they should look into our matter. We not fit pretend. Nigeria we never dey ready to get things right. Even if we not get them, we not fit do them. I not say make them become 100% in control of our things. But there are some things where they go help us do, when go even fit build we locally our confidence. The international body to they accept these things. And we cannot pretend that international body does not have hand in things when they happen for our country. We not fit pretend about them because these leaders they don't sell us out. You not get what you want. There's no way you want to say, especially this particular government, because corruption full in head is plenty of questionable character. So it's better for us say in the satisfying international, but so that they not go open in all in nonsense when they do up and down. So that's the challenge
Okay,
where we get.
thank you, sir. So, like a popular
Mhm.
statement says, it is often said that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So, before
Mhm.
now, when Tinubu was not yet the president of the country, he was associated with advocacy events. People regarded him as the one of the Democrats, the patriot of Nigerian. He's always calling out evil deeds and speaking truth to power. I mean, he is widely associated with the growth and development of Lagos. People claim that he built the plan with which Lagos is flourishing with today. So now, using that as our point of departure, how can we, how are we sure that when P2B eventually emerges the president and he won't pander in the way of the current president?
Mm. Yeah. And people talk say na from clapping hand, dance they start. P2B not just carry come. It not just appear from anywhere. And a person when don't dey the system. And this one we they talk about somebody when be two-time governor of Anambra State. He go and verify. He always say it. I remember those days if we from Delta they want enter Onitsha, you go see the kind of handling where they do before P2B time. That's Anambra State be like very chaotic. But the record is also there. You can go and verify. The man do something when no out of those their governors never fit do. He take the issue of security very seriously. Education, I mean the well-being of him people. He not use and joke. If you also look if na person when they after material wealth, by now maybe for don't lobby they go by not be even lobby because of him popularity and everything. The president said for don't even give am one big post. But if you see in body language, I was telling people somebody I say as a leader, even your body language alone, they tell people your direction and the kind with the way you talk. So you look at this man body language and the way he don't they talk, you go see say there's no need to begin to preempt it, to begin the one say he go do like this, he go do like this if he get this power. Yes, absolute power corrupt, absolutely. But I mean, we not fit begin the how do you say it now? When we reach the bridge, we go cross them. We not fit they get people when already get questionable character and you expect to say they will come do something different. Waiting you nothing. Now the ripple effect with the see so today. Starting from Buhari, now we enter this one. Now the ripple effect now with the see so. So let's hope and pray we get the P2Bs in government. We'll also see the effect. Now my prayer with that.
Okay, now that we know what the game plan is and what the state is planning against its citizens, the onus is now lies on us as the people to consistently request for that which is ours. That is by going out there to exercise our civic responsibilities, first by getting our PVCs sorted out. And if you have changed the location and you know that you wouldn't be able to come back to your old location before the general election, the onus is now on you to move to INEC um, centers and renew your PVC such that it allows you to vote in your new location. And again, I want to reiterate that Nigerians are not hopeless. We have we have had so many scenarios and we have always survived. And not because we are the most resilient, but because there is something about us that speaks of a better day. And this better day, it means that there is room for progress. And because we have gotten to this level where we now have so many political parties coming to vie for office of the president, as opposed to what we used to have, like seemingly two political parties being very dominant, it shows that we are making progress in our political landscape. And it's only a matter of time before we genuinely make the right decision. And that matter of time, I'm hoping that it is 2027. Do not be swayed by the fact that there are antics by the vice politicians trying to buy your votes. Because again, if your votes are not important, nobody would offer money to buy your votes during election. If the votes are not important, there will be no need for INEC to have polling units in every centers during election. This is to tell you that your vote is your right and it is important. It is not just a statement of campaign, but a statement of fact. It is often said that the most illiterate of us in this current society is not the one who cannot read or write, but that those ones who fail to participate in politics, who refuse to vote. Voting in itself is a civic responsibility that every Nigerian, every citizen should participate in. In fact, it should be a punishable offense for a citizen of the country who wins well for the country to not participate in the process, despite the bottlenecks set up by the administration to ensure that we do not achieve the expected end. So going into 2027, we have seen how the primaries have been conducted. We have seen what the plan. We already know that these plans are designed in such a way to give you a false hope, to make you feel like you're hanging on to the wrong branch, that you should not have any reason to believe that there is going to be change. Whereas in the true sense of the word, there are still campaigning in rural areas, mobilizing people to collect PVCs and to vote for them. These things will no longer happen if, in fact, they do not know the importance of the voting. So I'm saying this to say, speaking to the minds of everyone who feels demotivated and feel like, oh, they've already decided who is going to win the election, that the all hope is not yet lost. Get your PVC and do whatever that is in your right to vote and ensure that your vote counts. That is by voting for the right candidate of choice and also ensuring that the polling at the collation centers, you monitor through and follow through with the results. This is how we would get the right results. The last time, it was surprising that somebody like Peter B won election in Lagos State, a Lagos State that is declared, that is supposedly the epicenter of the opposition and the now ruling president. It was possible because there are persons who came online to record during the counting process. We can also remember that guy that was sounding LP 71, LP 72. It was the overwhelming media presence of such events that made it um, almost impossible for them to rig and make elections to go in their favor in Lagos. Despite how they tried, the clashes they recorded, it was still said that P2B won in Lagos State, which is a complete shame. So don't be dissuaded and don't be moved by the current trend and believe that your vote really counts. And when you do that and take the necessary process, the end result will be good. Just like the people of Abia State is happy today. They didn't sit down to watch. They are celebrating today because they came out overwhelmingly to vote for their preferred candidate of choice. And the result is what you are seeing today in the various human-centered projects that is going on in Abia State. So before we wrap it up for today, I'd like to have our guest, MC, the people, give us his final parting shot before we tie everything up and wrap it up.
Okay. Thank you very much. Honestly, I want to appreciate your platform and your team for this opportunity to talk my mind. Again, my cousin when he name na in our language, but what he mean na talk your own, I talk my own. For this matter of Nigeria, we must everybody we must put body, not be comot body like Calabar people go talk. Una go everybody we go put body for this matter because the journey for a better Nigeria not be once and for all thing. Because say you vote for 2023 and all the thing wey happen, you say you no go vote again, bros or sister, not try am. If not, make I kukuma tell you, to even travel abroad now dey hard. To get visa say you wan go UK, no easy. Donald Trump don kukuma block everywhere. He dey tell us straight, Nigerians, he no want you. Unless you wan come Afghanistan. So, e no be to run. Even we when escape, because me, I know say na run. I put myself, say I japa, I run. Not be solution, because yeah, e no easy. Not be solution to the matter. To the glory of God, me, I don't till God go say, boy, I go dey vote. Whether they make am online or I dey come Nigeria, I go dey vote. Whether I can't or not, I go dey vote. I dey talk to somebody now when they hear me. No give up, oh. Hey, no give up. Election not be for once and for all. It's once and again and again and again and again and again. Not give up. Your pikin, you get children, begin to teach them. Let them they engage. Social media make it not take the place of, because nothing will not fit change the process. Democracy. Okay, oh, how do you get now? So participate. Get your voters card. Vote. Avoid violence. No worry, God go help us. I use that word again. God go help us. So I bet more na
Thank you.
engage. Mm.
Thank you so much, sir. At the end of the day, they always say home, there's no place like home. No matter where you run go,
Mm.
if the home is not good, that means there's problem. Imagine say you run, go everywhere where you go, and at the end of the day, you find some trouble meet you for outside, you know fit run come house because fire day for house. So let's
You don't
put
now
all
bad
hands
you
on
don't
deck.
become the that now.
Let's put all hands on deck to ensure that we get it right in 2027 general election. And and this conversation does not end here. Feel free to comment and leave your own opinion. Share this as wide as possible so that the right persons can get this information. Because I know that there are so many persons who believe today that their vote no longer count. But hearing conversations like this would help them to reimagine what they have thought and see the need to go back, dust their PVCs, and prepare for the elections. It is going to be, it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth every bit of it if we stay consistent and fight to the end. And like they always say, nobody, you don't win you only win the crown and the title race on when you reach the finish line. If you can't get a medal until you have reached the finish line. So let's keep hope alive and reach the finish line for the benefit of all of us, our children, and our generations yet unborn.